Hi there, I'm your host Janette Bundic for the Everything Show, and this is the 2017 4th Annual Joey Awards. I'm really excited, I hope you guys are too, and we have a lot of people coming tonight.
I'm nominated for, well, my things that I'm nominated for, I have 2 movies and 1 TV series. One is Wait Till Helen Comes, Arrival, and then I have Channel Zero as well.
I'm nominated for The Expanse and Alias Grace.
So I'm nominated for Best Feature Actress in a TV show and also Best Ensemble.
So I got nominated for Best Principal in a TV movie, age 9 and up.
I'm nominated for 3 categories, for Best Actress in Commercial, and voiceover, and for TV series.
I'm here for Scout and the Gumboot Kids. It's a little kid show on CBC.
I'm nominated for My Christmas Dream, Christmas List, Supernatural, and Legion.
I'm nominated in 2 different categories, for Anne with an E and for Bellevue, and it's for Best Actor in a TV series and Best Leading Role in a TV series.
I'm nominated for a commercial about a 3D printer.
A recurring guest star in a TV series.
And you know what? I heard from your dad that you're nominated for Legion and Macy's.
A movie called Christmas is Believing. It's about a little girl who always believes in Santa, and her dad doesn't because her dad's dad always told him that there was no Santa Claus.
I got nominated for a short film called Farm Dogs.
I'm nominated for the TV series called Date My Dad.
I'm nominated for 3 awards.
Okay.
Max and Ruby, my Toronto PSA Library commercial, and 12 Monkeys. I'm nominated for a show called The Handmaid's Tale, another show called Killjoys, and in a commercial called the OSAP commercial.
I'm nominated for a short film called Inconvenience.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to work with.
So it's about a girl who's kind of like zoning in to be like a ghosty kind of figure, and she it's kind of about like a mysterious story, and I like how like every season is a different story.
Oh, what was the last one again?
Channel Zero.
Oh, which one is your favorite?
My favorite, I don't know. I have lots of favorites. I technically think like everything could be a favorite, and I really enjoy everything equally the same.
I was a little like a kid. I didn't have any lines or anything, but I was just like kid. And for the Expanse, I had to push a guy because he was bothering my mom.
Which one was a bit harder to do?
Probably The Expanse, because like it was hard because the dude was really strong, so it was hard to push him.
So Alias Grace is about a girl who was accused of murder, and it's about going back, and she like explains her life, and a doctor sees whether she's guilty or not. Yeah.
Is she guilty?
Well, at the end, you never actually find out. You have to make the decision up for yourself.
Ooh, I like inferring.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And how was it to play that kind of role?
It was really fun.
Oh, that's
like
good.
I had some trouble keeping a straight face because everyone was so nice, and like we had a lot of fun on set. But yeah.
Well, I was a shy kid, a shy Girl Scout, and I was there to get the 2 main characters in love. That's why it's called Betting on the Bride.
Oh, that's cute. It's like Cupid.
Well, one time we had to go for a weekend. We had to go up to a mountain that was 3 hours away, and we stayed there for one night, and then we went back down to Hope, and then we stayed there for another night filming something.
Wow.
But it's yeah, we kind of go everywhere, like UBC and everything. It's a really fun show.
So I got to play a ghost called Ghost Lucas,
I basically got kidnapped by a ghost and then I turned into a ghost. It's hard to decide what the scariest scene was, but I think the scariest scene was when someone has a crowbar in his hand. I think his name is Jeremy Akers or something.
Oh.
And I forget what he plays in the movie. And so he has to swing a crowbar at me, and then I disappear.
It's about a little girl. It's about a brother and a sister who wanted to adopt a guy to work at the farm. It was in the 1800s, and instead of getting a guy, he got a girl, and he was really mad. They were really mad, and at the end, they just decided to adopt her, and yeah.
Okay,
It was
cool.
great, and it's really her life story and how
Was
it goes.
it kind of like
and-
slavery? A bit?
No. It was like Anne of Green Gables.
Oh yeah, that one. Yes.
Now
yes.
to an adaptation, original.
that's
It's a
sweet.
series.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And was it kind of like, because I know some sets they film on actual farms, was it kind of like that, or did they make the set themselves?
They made themselves, yeah.
Oh,
It
that's
wasn't.
cool.
It wasn't like the movies. They just based it on the movies, but the writer Maura Wally Beckett really did it herself.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And have you read the book of Anne of Green Gables?
Yes, I've read the first book, and it was great.
Oh, wow.
Now we're shooting the second season of Anne with an E,
sweet.
and it's going great. Yeah.
It was really cool.
Oh,
We got to play with a couple things that were made from the 3D printer.
that's really nice. What were the things that you played with?
I played with the 3D printed like teddy bear sort of, dinosaur, and like a robot, and more things.
It's kind of drama. It's definitely not a comedy. It's about a group of magicians that have powers and they can do special things, but I played a shade of somebody. And so the shade means like not a younger version, but I'm like the soul inside of them.
Wow,
So yeah, it was really fun.
that sounds really interesting. Were you kind of a trapped soul into that person, or did you want to be in that person?
I was in the person, so I came out of her and I was all of her emotions, and then she had a rage because she doesn't have any of her good emotions inside of her again.
I had a fun time.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. And are you new to acting, or have you done it before?
I have done acting a lot of times.
That's great. That's really cool to do a lot of acting at your age.
It's about these three friends that go into the forest, playing around in the forest, but then they find this dead guy that got shot and he's wounded, and he has $500,000 in a bag, and it shows what they do and how they like go with the flow and how they react to the problem and see what they do later on in the movie.
Date My Dad is an original Up TV series on the Up Network in the W Network in Canada.
Oh, wow.
And the premise is about my dad, TV dad, Barry Watson, who plays Ricky Cooper in the TV series. And basically our mom passed away a few years ago in the TV series, and about 3 years has passed, and we want him to find the next love of his life so that we can make our dad happy again.
It is the same cartoon,
Oh, wow.
except the little kids,
Okay.
like Morris and Max, talk more
Oh, that's
in the
cool.
newer seasons.
I honestly love that show. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to watch it all the time. I would even draw Max and Ruby. Do you like that show too?
Yes.
It's so kind. It's like so relatable, I think, because like I have a brother and stuff like that. Do you have a brother or sister?
No, I'm an only child.
Oh, so that must have been an interesting experience for you, right?
Yes.
Oh, cool. And so I take it was like a voiceover experience, right?
Yes.
Oh, cool. And is it your first time being a voice actor?
Yeah, so though I auditioned for more voice.
Oh, wow. And tell the audience how it was to be a voice actor on that particular set.
It was very amazing. It's about like family and when kids grow older, basically.
Oh, that's nice. And I guess that must have been fun. Like, it's kind of fun, like, meeting, like, your commercial family. Did you film it? Because I know some commercials, they use your actual family. Some they use, like, a different people. Did you film it with your actual family or different people?
Different people.
Oh, that's cool. So you kind of have, like, two families now.
Yep.
So
I'm way more than 2. I've been in a lot of family.
wow. Was this like your first commercial, or have you done more?
I think that might have been my first commercial.
So I was playing a bully in it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I bullied these 2 girls, and then we grew up together. And then in the end of the scene, we landed in it was a convenience store. And it was like really cool because like I stole their wallets in the end, and it was just like really fun to work on. Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like, you seem pretty nice, so I can't really imagine you as mean, but obviously because it's acting, right?
Yeah.
So like you had to go through like with acting you have to use emotions. So what kind of emotions did you tap into to play that mean character?
So I sort of like went into like my past, sort of like I connected with my emotions and like inside, and I thought of something that that made me sort of mad, and I just put it into like the role.
I have a tip. If you want to play a scary role, I don't think you should tilting your head is something that you might play if you're more of like a ghosty figure, but I would say you could just stay still and look into your opposite role's eyes, and just kind of stay still and have your mouth shut, and yeah.
Pretend that you're not acting. So pretend it's real.
Okay.
And get into the moment.
I don't know, probably just keeping a straight face and trying to act serious. Think of things that are scary that will make you scared.
Well, I'm just really thankful for everything, and sometimes I fall down. So just keep trying until you reach your goal.
I'm not very good at jokes, but to really be yourself and have fun.
You do have to be very careful because wardrobe, sometimes it can be very strict, but normally filming it's so much fun, and it depends on kind of what shows, like a commercial or movie or show, but it's different for everything, but normally it's just amazing.
To just be yourself and wear what you think fits you.
So when you're shooting a commercial, just be ready for a lot of lines. Just sort of natural, but you have to kind of make sure you remember them.
Well, I think if you want to get into acting, make sure your family is great and great with it and happy, and I'm not sure what else. Everyone, in acting, lots of people will say mean things, but just stay strong through it.
Vote acting because it's so fun.
Thank you so much, Sebastian, and I hope I get to see you on the big screen someday.
Yeah.
You just got to be prepared for anything. You just have to go with the flow. If they tell you to do something, you can't be doing something that's unsafe. You have to be, if you feel unsafe, you have to tell them, because you can't be doing what you don't feel that is right.
For me personally, it was a bit easier in this plot because with my character, it was about losing her mom. And for me, I love my mom so much, and I can't imagine how it would be to actually lose her. And I find that what's most sad is not just thinking about them gone, but thinking about how that would affect your whole entire life, about everything. Losing them is losing everything that you love about them. So the way that they smile, the way that they laugh, the way that they give you hugs in the morning, or all the memories that you had together, just to think onto that thought. And it's so hard to grasp until it happens, or even after it happens, when you're in that state of shock that oh my gosh, what happens when this is all gone? And that just kind of triggers that response.
It was actually a really great experience, and I had to practice a lot to actually get it, and it was actually quite hard.